What's up guys, Mickey here with my 1993 Honda Civic SIRS. Wanted to give you guys a brief run on the car. We've done some cameos on it in other videos and got an overwhelming response from you guys about wanting to see more on the car. So we're taking some time today. We're going to go over what I've done to the car and what the car is about, and show you some cool shots of it. Before I get into what's all been done to the car, I want to give a little brief background on it. So it is a right-hand drive Honda Civic EG6 SIRS model. The SIRS model is a very rare model. It was only available in Japan and they only made 3,000 units. I found the car here in the States already imported as a parts vehicle. I saved it from the crusher, rebuilt the car to the status of what it is today over a period of about 8 years. Now let's get into what's actually on the car. Alright, let's start with the obvious stuff, the outside of the car. When I got it, it was a mess. The car was red and it was really beat up. So I took it, stripped it down to bare metal at my buddy's body shop. I didn't actually do it. The body shop stripped it down to bare metal and put this beautiful coat of white pearlescent paint on it. It is Toyota Blizzard White, for those of you that have been asking in the comments. So the body is super straight. I went back and put all of the OEM decals that were on the SIRS model back on the car. Finding those was kind of difficult, but every decal is where it's supposed to be and OEM style. As far as the parts on the exterior of the car, I kept it very simple. I'm not big on huge body kits and stuff on EGs, so I actually went with all Mugen parts. So it's a Mugen front lip spoiler, Mugen side skirts, and the only thing that's not an aero part from Mugen on the car is the wing and the rear lip spoiler. The rear lip spoiler is actually from Cybon. It's a carbon piece that I painted white. I thought it complemented the side skirts really well, so that's on the bottom of the rear bumper. And the rear wing currently on the car is a C West upper rear wing. It fits over top of the OEM wing and utilizes the LED third brake light, which was a really cool feature on the JDM Civic SIRs. I also have a Jay's Racing wing for the rear of the car as well, and I swapped them out throughout the year just to change up the look on the car a little bit. I love long duckbills, so both of them are really cool in my opinion. And for the outside, that's really about it. Aside from the wheels, which are also a really cool story. I found them brand new in Japan, 30-year-old new stock. They are center locking. So there's actually an adapter that bolts onto the car. The car has 4-on-1 14.3 Type R brakes on it. So these hubs mount to the 4-on-1 14 portion of the hub and have a center lock provision on them for the wheel. Wheel goes on and it looks sick because there's no lug nuts and it's super unique. So most people that build these cars run the OEM headlights and taillights just to be JDM. I think that's really cool and I love that flavor, but for me, I wanted to upgrade the car a little bit, update it somewhat. So I put all that stuff in storage and I actually built my own HID headlights. Utilized an LED turn signal as well. Just to change it up a little bit. I wanted a unique look on my car and I wanted it to have a bright headlight and something modern with the LEDs. So on the rear I also upgraded the rear taillights to LEDs as well. So just a small thing, but it's definitely something that I think cleaned up the car a lot and a lot of people ask questions about. Moving on to the interior, I kept things really simple in there. Interiors of cars are probably my favorite thing, to be honest. All of my cars, if you look, have really distinct interiors. They're very clean and to the point. I love black and gray interiors, so all of my interiors will be those colors. This one in particular has a 30th anniversary seat upgrade, and the interior is all black, which is standard on the SIRS model, and very cool because black interior is not easy to get in the Civic. It has all of the SIRS components, the leather wrapped Momo steering wheel, the boot and shifter knob, which I've replaced with a Mugen unit, but I have the parts in the garage to put back. All of the plastic, they call it Tupperware interior, that folds up and does all kinds of cool JDM shit. So I've kept it pretty clean. I've upgraded the audio system to an all Alpine setup, but that's all behind panels. So it's super clean when you're inside, and that's what I'm after whenever I do an interior. Under the hood, basically, again, the theme of the car was super clean, so I wanted to keep the engine bay very tidy. I didn't want to clutter it up, or I didn't want to do any wire tucks or any of that sort of thing. So basically it's styled like an OEM car would have been, just super clean. I sourced out a Mugen valve cover, formula valve cover for the car, a Mugen airbox from an Integra Type R, which requires you know, a larger piping and things like that to make fit and to keep the OEM look. And then other than that, I went with a slim fan and basically just cleaned everything up. I wanted it to be simple looking and to retain the actual look of the OEM car. So I think I've accomplished that, and I added my little chartreuse touch on the Mugen oil cap, and I think it looks perfect. And to round out the drivetrain and the engine bay, I have a Mugen exhaust system. It's called a twin loop. And it's really a cool setup because it actually takes the exhaust back to the muffler, runs it through once, loops around, runs it through twice, and out of a sweet Mugen custom tip. Keeps the car quiet, and so it doesn't have that sound that most Honda Civics have, and looks really good. So I love it, and I think this car is complete to me. So now you guys know what I've done to this car, and you know how much heart's been put into it. Enjoy this sweet edit from Legends Media.